Hi everybody, I'm Drewski McGillicuddy, and tonight I'm gonna go crazy because this is like the 97th take, okay? So if this one's not good enough, you're just gonna have to deal with it because I'm losing my mind. A lot like Jake Gyllenhaal in Demolition. Pretty soon I'm gonna start tearing shit up. Okay, because that's what he does in this movie. He tears shit up, and I'm going to tear shit up because I'm sick and tired of having to get up and repress play, re-hit record, because I don't know how to edit. Somebody post a link in the description below on a tutorial to editing videos on your phone. Make my life easier. Anyway, yeah, I got this from the library, okay? I'm tired of telling people that, but this is the first time you're hearing it because I'm not going to show you the 97 takes. But it stars Jake Gyllenhaal and Naomi Watts, and Chris Cooper's in there too. You remember him from American Beauty. And it's directed by the director of Dallas Buyers Club. And it's about a guy who's slowly... Is he going crazy or was he crazy and he's going sane? I don't know. You're going to have to watch the movie to find out what I'm talking about. But the first thing off the bat that I want to tell you is... There's little nods to this little YouTube video that me and my friends used to love, and I personally watched like 10 times in a row the first time I saw it. It's called Drinking Out of Cups. It's going to be in the description box below, so make sure you watch that video. And it's not for everybody, but, you know, it makes me laugh, so, you know. Anyway, so, spoiler alert. His wife dies tragically in a car accident within the first 5 minutes of the movie, okay? So the movie is about him dealing with the tragic loss of his wife. And he does it in the weirdest way possible. Okay, it starts out with small stuff. Like first, he's in the waiting room and he goes to get a bag of M&Ms out of the vending machine and it doesn't dispense them. So he tells the guy at the desk, hey, it didn't dispense my M&Ms. I want my M&Ms. I'm hungry. And so, oh, well, you have to take it up with the vending company because we ain't got, it's nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with this. So then, you know, it shows him at the funeral and he doesn't seem like he's sad at all. And then you're sitting there wondering, and then he goes to work the next day like nothing happened. But then he finds the number that he wrote down for the vending company and he starts writing them a letter about everything that he like, because he's just, you know, wanting to be thorough at first. But then he wants to be crazy and he starts telling him his whole life story. And he ends up writing him like 4 letters. And then one night at 2 a.m., he gets a call from the customer service provider, which played by Naomi Watts. And they talk for a little bit. And one thing leads to another. And she starts following him around. He keeps calling her. And then they kind of form a friendship. It's not really a relationship. It's more of a friendship. She tells him, spoiler alert again, she can't have sex with him, which that's, who cares? But just the chemistry in this movie, like, is amazing. The directing in this movie is even more amazing. Like, I loved every frame of film in this movie. Now, there was one scene towards the end, and it's not the director's fault, probably the writer's fault, because I feel like it's probably could have been left out. I mean, I don't want to say what I'm talking about. This is something you're going to have to watch. And if you have seen this, let me know if you know what I'm talking about in the comment below. That little scene towards the end where you're like, what the hell? You sons of bitches. Okay? You sons of bitches. Okay? But, there's a kid in this movie. I should have looked up his name. I'm not good at this yet. You know, I'm an amateur YouTube reviewer. But the kid in this movie is absolutely amazing. There's one back and forth between him and Jake Gyllenhaal where he's like, are you the one that's fucking my mom? And then he's like, fuck you, fuck. And Jake Gyllenhaal tells him, hey, you know, you're not using that word right. He's like, what the hell is that supposed to mean? He's like, you know, it's a powerful word. It's a good word. And, you know, the more you use it, it kind of loses its meaning, doesn't it? And then he says, fuck you. And he's like, see? There you are using that word wrong. And I look good and you look like an idiot. I laughed so hard. And, you know, it wasn't that funny, but for some reason, it struck a chord with me. But anyway, so he starts the relationship with Naomi Watts' character. And then later on in the movie, he starts a relationship with the boy, and they become good friends. There's a lot of the scenes involving Jake Gyllenhaal and this kid are just amazing. Like, there's one scene in particular where they're out and like, hey, you ever shot a gun before? So they go out into the woods and they're shooting guns. Jake Gyllenhaal, you know, he's slowly going crazy because he lost his wife and he didn't know how to deal with it. Which, that'll lead me to the other crazy shit that he does. But anyway, he lets this... Now, I'm not even going to tell you. I'm not even going to tell you, okay? I'm not going to spoil it for you. You're going to have to watch this movie to find out what I'm talking about. But anyway, the other stuff is like... There's a creak in the bathroom door and it's bothering him. So he takes the whole stall apart. And then starts taking everything apart. And then he realizes that he wants to tear his house down. I don't know. I mean, it makes sense when you watch it, but, you know, thinking about it, it's like, the hell's going on? He's just having a really hard time coping with the loss of his wife, obviously. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. I don't know. I'm no rocket scientist. I can't do the math for you. But watch this movie. It's a beautiful movie. Great performances. Flawless directing. Like, every single... It's like if Christopher Nolan were to make a drama... Like a drama that like people can relate to. I don't want to get started on that. Like, everybody's like, what are you talking about, Christopher Nolan? I'm like, yeah, it's the thinking person's movie. You know, I want to watch a movie and, you know, not have to think about it. You know, just let it unfold, and me not having a calculator like, okay, so there's a top and it's spinning. All right, well, maybe I'll cut that out. I don't know how to cut that out. I'm not going to cut that out. Anyway, if you happen to be by your local library, stop in and see if they have a copy of Demolition. And if you like it, like I did, you'll probably want to add it to your collection, because that's what I'm going to do as soon as my fiance... As soon as she lets me start spending money again, because I just bought a truck, so I'm not allowed to buy movies for a while. I don't know if you could hear that, but yeah, I'm not allowed to buy movies for a while. So, shh. Hopefully she doesn't see this. But, everybody in Killer Flicks, I'm going to need to borrow your copy of Night of the Living Dead. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm talking about Demolition. All right, Demolition. Watch that shit, okay? It's very unprofessional. I'm doing the best I can. You're going to have to deal with it until I get a laptop and I'll start... Yeah, whatever. None of your business. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I'm a mess here. Sometimes I just want to jerk the wheel. It's a fucking son of a bitch.